Hi, welcome back to the C Morning Show. Emotional disorder are a serious problem which experts say can threaten family planning program, including here in Indonesia. And if people with emotional disorder are not treated properly, they will become mentally ill.
Yeah, that is right. And according to the National Population and Family Planning Board, or BKKBN, the data shows that the rate of emotional disorders in 2022 has reached 9.8%, a huge increase compared to 2021 with only 6.1%.
Interesting. So, what is the main cause of emotional disorder? Is it true that lack of family attention can cause emotional disorder? And is emotional disorder related with others such as bipolar, anxiety, or erotomania? Let's find out more answer from the psychological perspective. Joining with us in the studio is Regina Navira Pratiwi. Welcome, Regina.
Thank you, Masin.
Always pleasure to have you, Regina. Now we are going to talk about something that caught our attention and still related to emotional and psychological behavior. Tell us more about emotional disorder and what is the difference between emotional disorder, mental disorder, mentally ill, and everything.
Okay, actually, emotional disorder is a mental condition, mental condition that primarily affect our mental state, our emotional state, and also the difference between bipolar is like a part of emotional disorders, because emotional disorder is like big term of bipolar and its subtypes, and also depression, and also postpartum depression is part of it.
Emotional.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're saying like bipolar is part of emotional disorder. Is that part of the symptoms, or what kind of symptoms can we see from emotional disorders?
The symptoms from emotional disorder, it's, as I said before, that emotional disorder is known as mood disorder. They have different types of various mental condition. So they have different pattern and symptom, each moods or each emotional disorder. Yeah, they have different patterns. Like for example, we loss of interest of activities, like difficulty sleeping, or maybe like more sleeping, and also crying a lot, anxious, like feeling more anxious, and there are like we feel a very extreme sadness and extreme happiness at the same time sometimes, and also both.
At the same time?
Yeah, sometimes not at the same time. Sometimes like also irritability and feeling anger, and it's permanently like long term.
Oh, okay. Now I'm trying to screening myself.
Yes. Are you trying to self-diagnose right now? Like...
if I ever had that kind of symptoms. So basically, there are a lot of relations. There's a lot of related with mood, our feelings, our emotions, our behavior in a daily basis. So can we categorize ourselves based on that? I mean, I think I had this kind of symptoms, so probably I have this kind of disorder, A, B, or C.
You cannot self-diagnose yourself, but if it affect your emotional state and like affect your daily life, so you have to aware of yourself and just go to professional. Yeah, because it will affect yourself, your daily routine, like in a negative way. So that's a warning.
So basically, we have to be aware of ourselves first, and then for how long that we is the best time that I think I need help or I need to see a professional.
When you feel that it affect your daily routine, like your work, your school, like your productivity, you have to go to professional.
Now, looking at the recent news, there was a man who went viral after he physically and verbally attacked others in public places for a few times, and he was said to have suffered from emotional disorder. What are major causes of emotional?
As we know that there are 3 factors to develop emotional disorder, like for example, biological factors, also environmental and genetics. Like people who diagnosed as mood disorder, they have like large orbitofrontal cortex and amygdala, which means it responsible to control our feeling and emotion. So it like increase impulsivity towards some of behaviors. and also like stressful life changes, like death of loved one,
Oh, wow.
stress,
Okay.
and also genetics.
So basically, there are a lot of cause, as a trigger
Yes.
for someone to have that kind of.
Right. So I was wondering, like, how often that this behavior can be occurred until we can say it is emotional
Yeah.
disorder. I mean, like, can
Is that
I mean,
very human?
I'm guilty of like
Yes.
sometimes like I have that
Yeah,
that moment
that
I
kind of-
break down and
Yeah,
just
yeah. The
anger,
moods, right?
right, like
Ups
anger,
and down.
right.
Yeah.
Actually, that's normal. I mean, everyone can feel like ups and downs. It's normal, and we have to embrace this. Like it's part of our personality. But in the other way, when we feel like okay, it's like different with other people, like normal people, and it's really like feeling very isolated ourselves and feeling very guilty, and we cannot do anything, just stay in the bed. Yeah, so that's
In an extreme level, then.
exactly.
Oh, okay.
Severed, like
Okay, so basically, what we saw in the recent news, where a man, attacks someone verbally, physically, it can be classified as a mental disorder.
we need to do like some assessment.
Okay.
But still, like it can happen suddenly, like
Oh,
somewhere else
okay.
maybe. But we have to understand maybe there is a problem due to hormones, so it will change our
Hormone
chemical.
too?
Yeah, exactly, biological
Oh,
factor. Yeah,
Oh,
plays
right.
big role here.
All right. So you mentioned earlier that there's a lot of cause can be a trigger someone to get emotional disorder. Can emotional disorder lead to something more harm, like criminal cause, or what is the biggest cause of that? Is it lack of attention from the family, or past trauma, or repetitive situation that someone cannot, embrace it, or release it, or something like that?
Okay, in many cases, actually, people who diagnosed with emotional disorder, they can they can get like another mental condition, such as substance abuse, and also anxiety, and also like attack people. So it very contribute with criminality, and also like involved with justice system,
Okay.
Okay.
and also like a family, like non-supportive family. Of course, it can detract people to be like have very bad mental condition. Yeah, increase bad mental health to worse.
Okay. Wow.
Now the person that went viral, because what we understand so far right now has the emotional disorder. It believes that he has this delusion that he believes that another person, I think it was a dentist, which is in love with him. Like, what's your take on that? Like, is that part of the problem with emotional disorder, that you have like a strong feeling towards somebody that you think, I'm gonna marry her or him, or
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like erotomania. It's like
It's
is
called
that
erotomania.
erotomania?
Okay, please tell us more about
yes.
yeah, it's like erotomania. Actually, it's a symptom. It can be a symptom of mental conditions such as bipolar 1, bipolar 2, and also schizophrenia and other mental condition. It can be a symptom. But when you feel that someone in love with you, but they are not, and maybe it can be like celebrity, public figure, and popular person outside that maybe someone you've never met them, or you never know
It's
them.
like an obsession.
Something like obsession. Yeah, there's an
okay.
obsession or intention to have or to grab that kind of person.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, the problem is they believe that there's a relationship and this love is strong, and yeah, they believe what they trust.
Oh, okay.
Their feelings.
So that's erotomania. It can involve somebody that you never met before. Like, is that what you said?
Yeah, like you've never met it. For example, we can see from the movie or like from social media.
Oh, like an obsessive compulsive
Right.
something. Oh my God, that's scary. Can we classify erotomania as a symptoms of emotional disorder, or is that related, or is that really completely different?
Erotomania is actually a little bit unique and rare. Sometimes it happens its own,
Oh,
but it's usually
Okay.
linked with
linked to
bipolar.
Oh,
Yeah, with
linked to
bipolar
bipolar,
or
alright.
schizophrenia, because it's like delusional. They believe something that's not true.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh
Now,
my
can we,
God.
con- we-
It'd be
can we
very-
consider erotomania as dangerous, or is that something is just it just happens?
Yeah, it can be dangerous because when someone believes that other people or someone else outside in love with them and they have like relationship and they're very sure with the love, so it will be lead to the kind of behavior like stalking or harassment charges. So they want to meet or see that person even though
Oh my God.
they don't want to do that.
There's an action after that, after the
Yeah.
feelings.
Exactly.
Oh my God, can it be treated? I mean, for someone who have that symptoms, because if you saw from the video, it's very, this person caused a lot of situations
Right.
in a different places, right?
Yes.
And people recognize him.
Yes.
And then he said that he has a symptoms, he has an issue. Basically, it's emotional things that people probably not aware about that. But people tend to blame this person. You cause a lot of damage, you cause a harm, but it's something more deep. It's from deep. It's from within yourself. Can it be treated?
Actually, all mental condition are manageable. Of course, yeah, with medication, like lifestyle measures, and also like psychotherapy. So there are 3 common psychotherapy that we know, like for example, cognitive behavioral therapy. It's like structure-oriented goal to help people,
Okay.
like from cognitive, and also like dialectical behavioral therapy. It's based on CBT, but for like more emotional client with emotional intense, and also like psychodynamic, based on that behavior. It comes from their childhood experiences,
Yeah.
from unconsciousness.
Yeah.
So it's like erotomania comes from self-isolated, maybe they repress something, and low self-esteem. So it's like there are so many causes.
Wow.
Can you picture us, like, if we need to go through those kind of treatment? I mean, like, again, for people out there, please don't self-diagnose yourself. Like you
Yes,
mentioned earlier,
yes,
please
yes.
seek professional help, because it's not just a matter of just talking with somebody. Because like this, you mentioned earlier, it could be caused by biological problems, and then it can be your environment, or it could be genetic. So sometimes you actually need to take some medicines that depending on the situation. But like, what kind of steps is happening actually at that closed door? Like when you see a patient, like what's actually
Yeah.
happening? Like how do you spot somebody saying like this is where it causing is? Like how can you tell the difference between this is biological or is it from your environments? Like does the person need new environment? Like how is it? How do you?
Okay, how can I like overcome like the cause? We need like more assessment for doing this. It's not only once or twice, maybe more. It depends on the situation or the condition of the patient. So we need like more assessment for them, and we have to know about their background, family. Yeah, exactly. To know like about genetic
All right.
factor.
All right.
When we apply for a job, there's psychological
Yeah,
tests.
yeah.
Because I wonder, like, sometimes, like, when I do
Can it
take that
show?
test, like, can you tell, like, if there's anything wrong
Yeah.
with me from those kind of tests? Like, how is it different, like, from those psychological tests than what happened on that closed door, like,
Yeah.
when you see a patient?
Like from the test, you mean?
Yeah, like a psychological test when you
Okay.
enter the company or something. Can it shows by the written test that you have probably have the symptoms or some kind of issue?
No, it's like depends on the purpose. Like for example, in the workplace, so they have purpose to find the right person.
Oh,
That's the thing, not a clinical thing. Yeah, if you come to psychologists and then they will try to diagnose, so it will be in clinical field, not in workplace
Yes,
field.
yes,
It's like
yes.
depends on the context.
All right. So, so in a daily basis, if someone feel like I think I have this kind of situations like disorders, but in a mild stage, how can we do practice in our daily basis, daily activity, so it cannot be bigger symptoms?
Like for example, when they're mild.
Yes. Can we have like exercise at home? Can we do something like journaling to
To release.
Exactly, to release our feelings? How we can deal with ourselves?
But without diagnose, without self-diagnose. Of course, we can do like healthy lifestyle. It happens, like it's good for your body, and just do meditate to understand yourself, look deep down into ourselves. Because every day we change to be new person.
Yeah.
Like we extract ourselves from the past life until who are we right now.
Okay.
So it's important to know, like acknowledge yourself deeper and deeper, like every day.
Wow.
To forgive yourself,
Okay.
to love yourself.
Yes, that's important.
Yeah, of
and
course.
I think to show empathy and sympathy to other people is really important too, because we never know what they have struggled inside, and then all we know that we are see on the outside, but sometimes some people are struggling from inside. So
Broken inside.
yeah, share love, empathy, and if you see someone with the symptoms or doing rare behavior, we can judge before we know exactly what is happening to that person.
Yeah, but love yourself.
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much.
So much.
Thank you.
Regina, thank you so much for your time. Now we know what is emotional disorder and erotomania.
Now with that, let's take a break, but when we'll have more updates from around the world when we return on here on C Morning Show on C Today.